Hey Gemini, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for November 14th through the 20th. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video outside of the time frame I have listed, November 14th through the 20th. That's just fine. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective, so not every single message is going to resonate. And that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, we're going to see what's coming up here for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising. One more shuffle. All right, my darlings, let's get right on into it. First card coming up here, move you all just a little bit closer. First card coming up here for the Gemini Collective is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is a card that can come up to say that we're almost at the finish line. F10 is completion. F10 is done. You're at 9. You're almost there. One more big push. So this card coming up as your first card gives us a feeling or sense, Gemini, that you're coming onto something here this week where you're at the last leg. You're at the tail end of something. You're wrapping it up. You're finalizing it. You're getting it done. This could be like gathering paperwork, getting paperwork together to submit something. And this is giving me a feeling or a sense like, yes, it's exhausting. Yes, it's a lot, but you're almost there. You're doing a good job. Just see this through and it's going to be complete. It's going to be successful. You're almost there. I feel here that some of you may be getting some kind of assistance. You might be getting some kind of assistance in terms of like some kind of compensation for a challenge you've underwent or something you went through. Maybe some of you are getting some restitution for something that you've experienced in the past, or some kind of financial assistance or financial aid or a reimbursement. I feel like it's an exhausting process, like you've had to go through a lot of hoops for it, but I feel like it's paying off and it's all coming together. Some of you are getting help or assistance, I'm hearing, with I'm hearing invisible wounds, invisible injuries. So there could be something here that some of you have had some challenges or traumas, emotional or mental, in the past, and you may be uh, applying for assistance for these things, and so you may be getting some kind of help. Maybe you're getting qualified for like a service animal or like an emotional support animal, and it's going to be like a big gift for you. Or you're getting some kind of help with counseling or therapy that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to afford. Or you're getting time off work, you're getting some kind of paid leave to process these invisible injuries, the injuries that maybe are not visible to the eye. I do feel that whatever this is in terms of uh like a physical disability or mental or emotional disability, I do feel it's temporary. And don't let that scare you like, oh my gosh, it's gonna run out. But more so, what I'm trying to say is like, I feel like there's gonna be a healing from this. Like, you're not gonna be in this stage for the rest of your life. There's going to be a healing or a recovery to where you're getting back on your feet, and then you're not needing it. You're not needing this time off. You're not needing this help. Like, you're on your own 2 feet and you're good and you're solid. So there's really no shame in realizing maybe we need some help and accepting that help. But I feel like you're going to bounce back from whatever this is. Those of you who are going through this process of requesting and receiving assistance. And for other ones of you, Nine of Wands is, as I said, you're on the tail end of wrapping up or completing some project or some phase that has been very stressful for you. The next card that's coming up here for the Gemini collective is the Ace of Swords. And Ace of Swords can be mental healing. So it's interesting that we have this card coming up with the message that came in. Ace of Swords is also victory in a situation, like truth being revealed, coming to positive resolution, coming up with solutions. Ace of Swords is also a card that comes up for me a lot in my readings when there's a clearing happening in the crown chakra. So breaking out of limited and false beliefs, breaking out of low self-esteem, being in the situation where maybe in the past all we saw were problems, all we saw were challenges. But when we're going through that crown chakra clearing, now we actually see solutions. Now we actually see ways of getting around a difficult situation, thinking more efficiently, finding a more efficient way of doing things. So Ace of Swords is a very positive card in this way. I feel here, Gemini, now it's getting real serious. Some of you may be in a situation where maybe you know that you just need some time. Like you know that you don't need like a permanent disability or a permanent leave, and you're just wanting a little bit of help or a little bit of a break or a little bit of accommodations, like just kind of meet me halfway, or I just need some accommodations for a little bit, like in a work situation. I feel like some of you are dealing with supervisors or managers or bosses who are trying to cut some kind of deal with you to get you to leave. Like, oh, well, we'll give you some kind of a severance, right? We'll give you a severance, or we'll set you up, temporarily for like this kind of help, and then like we'll just kind of part ways. So they may be kind of trying to get you to leave on your own like terms, or like get you to resign or step down. But I feel like you're realizing you don't have to do that you don't have to step down, you don't have to leave, you don't have to give up your position, but rather they have to work with you, they have to accommodate you in this situation. So it could be where somebody is offering you something in a way to try to kind of sweep things under the rug and get rid of you, and you're like, no, we're not sweeping it under the rug, and I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I just need this little break, or I just need this little accommodation for a while, and then things will be all be good as new, and I don't have to leave. I don't have to resign. So some of you might find yourself in a situation where they're trying to get you to leave, or they're trying to get you to resign, but you're realizing what your rights are in the situation, and you're realizing you don't have to. You don't have to leave. You don't have to walk away. And so whatever they're trying to do is not going to work for them. It's not going to work the way they're trying to make it work. The next card that's coming up here for the Gemini collective is the King of Wands. King of Wands could be fire sign energy, a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, sun, moon, or rising. If you have fire placements, you may be focusing on those houses or those areas of your life, getting your ducks in a row, so to speak, in those areas. King of Wands, though, is really, really, really good at coming up with creative solutions, coming up to solutions to problems. Some of you may be going on some kind of a leave, and while you're on this leave, you're going to have an opportunity to set up something for yourself in terms of self-employment, business, enterprise. King of Wands is one of my self-employment cards. King of Wands creates opportunities when there aren't any opportunities. King of Wands is very creative in this way and comes up with really good ideas and is able to profit on them, move forward on them. King of Wands is very confident, very ambitious, very capable, very much self-made man energy. So I feel a sense of like rebuilding, coming back better, coming back stronger, taking charge, being in your confidence, being in your power, like using the situation to your advantage and using the situation to allow you to have success. It feels to me like you're setting yourself up for a really big comeback. You're setting yourself up for like this really big glow up. It might be where it looks like this is a setback, but the setback is more of like an incubation. Kind of like you're stepping aside, you're slowing down, but in this process, you're feeding and nourishing and nurturing and healing and growing so that you're going to come out of it very strong. You're going to come out of it very healthy, very vibrant, very capable, very ready. So King of Wands is a very victorious, very confident, very ambitious, very successful energy. And this is the energy that you're coming into and that you're stepping into. The next card coming up here for the Gemini collective is the Five of Cups. So you might not be very happy that it's come to this, right? You know in your heart of hearts you're the King of Wands and you're wanting to be in that King of Wands energy. And you don't like the fact that you have this pressure to walk away from a situation, sweep things under the rug, just take this agreement, take this check and just kind of leave or walk away. You don't like that you're slowing down. You don't like that you have to go into this incubation period. You might not be happy that things are how they are. Like you maybe would rather just kind of push through all of this. But the Five of Cups is saying you're missing the blessing in the situation. You're not seeing the blessing in the situation. And this is a chance where you're going to be able to pick up your cups and fill them up with whatever you want, right? Whatever you want. It's an opportunity where the sky's the limit here. The world's your oyster, so to speak. And you can fill those cups with whatever you want. And I do feel like you'll have that realization. I also feel with this Five of Cups energy, those of you who are coming into a time where you're receiving some kind of help, some kind of assistance, or some kind of a paid leave, there's going to be a lot of emotions to process. There's going to be a lot of things coming to the surface. And so sometimes Five of Cups comes up when we're really overwhelmed by our emotions and we don't want to feel. And we're really tempted to self-medicate, or we're really tempted to push our feelings down and not feel. And the Five of Cups comes up to say in the reading, resist the urge to do that. Because if you do that, you create blockages. And look at how much you're manifesting right now. Look at what an opportunity you have to grow and to create. The last thing you want to do is be in this energy and then stifle it and push it down, right? So use this time as a gift to process the feelings that are coming to the surface. If it gets overwhelming, take breaks. Try to kind of soothe or comfort yourself with things that cheer you up or make you feel better or make you laugh or help you blow off some steam or some stress. But resist the urge to numb yourself, right? Because this is a big change and a big shift coming in here for the Gemini collective. It might be some slow time, but it's a time that's allowing you to create this new life and this like healed you, this complete healed you who's processed the past and who's processed the things that you've been through. And so now you're coming into this energy of being in your confidence and being in your power and creating this new life of your choosing. Some of you are going to find yourself self-employed over the next 6 months, and you never, like maybe you had the desire but you never knew that you could do it, you never knew that it was possible, but you're tapping into a part of yourself, my dears, that you had no idea was there. And that's not going to happen if you're stifling your emotions or your feelings. These emotions are coming up and it's like you're clearing out this closet, and you're going to say, oh my goodness, I didn't know this was in the closet. This is so useful. Oh my gosh, I wish that was there. I could have really used this whole time. Well, okay, whatever, it's here now, and now I can use it now. So I feel like you're going to discover an aspect of yourself you didn't even know existed. But you're going to have to make sure in the coming weeks you're not numbing yourself, because that's going to be a big part of this revelation and this self discovery. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign and rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There is a link in the description that will take you to the weekly forecast playlist, and then you'll be able to see the other videos for the other signs. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.